Say, man, we live. Welcome back. Welcome back. Told you, we was probably gonna spin the block. Come on back, have a little bit more of a discussion, talk about some interviews. Continue the coverage of the Caleb McGary retirement, but the quick pivot by the Falcons and Ian Cunningham bringing in a body, a depth piece, and a former starting caliber, right tackle. But we got a guest with us. Of course, it's me and Smitty, but we also got a guest with us as well. You guys might know her from Twitter. You might see her around if you get lucky. She'd be trying to hide from everybody. But we got Miss Lady E joining us again today. Just coming in, talking, having some good old Falcon talk. That's what we'd like to do. So, how y'all feeling in the chat? Y'all come on in, And Smitty, how you feeling? E, how you feeling? Let me know something.
Go ahead, E. You got it.
I do be hiding, so I'll be popping out from time to time. But I mean, we can't never have something nice. Sometimes when we think that we doing stuff. I mean, we had an exciting day yesterday. In the WNBA for the Atlanta Dream. Hawks doing a thing, and then Braves over there finally fighting. Then we come today, and it's Wednesday. So that's how I'm feeling about everything. It's Wednesday.
Oh man. Yeah, I thought she always popping out. I think that was her standing at the end of my street at the stop sign. I ain't sure. But, but what's
Y'all know
good, man? What's good?
y'all in the back signal looking for me.
I ain't messing with you. Yo, but what's good, man? What's good? Say what's good to the chat, man. Silk, what's up, my guy? He said, get you some, man. Big Q. That's all got Big Q checking in, man. If y'all need them DJ services, man, go over to TikTok and check out DJ Big Q, man. He doing his thing. If y'all need some help for that party. Shout out to my boy Telvin, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all this quick story, man. Telvin showed up for me every single Tuesday night when I was on the round table, man. So shout out to him, man. He been following me a very long time. And he keep Telvin, man. I appreciate you, my guy. That boy Fly was good, man. Hey, no problem, man. We try to give you coverage we can because we know it's rough out here and so many content creators, man, but everybody got a different perspective.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Kibu, what's up, my guy? What's good, man? Let's get it, man. What's good? What's good? Nephew, what's good, my guy?
I know, right? Been a while for Lady E. I know, right? That's what Jaden said. Been a while.
Yeah, man. She be hiding. You got to get
magnifying
glass.
I will say this: it is the off season, so I guess we got to give her a little.
I was hiding during the season. I wasn't trying to talk to nobody.
See what I'm saying is, look at it.
What? I didn't feel like answering no questions.
There it is.
Yeah, y'all tune into them Falcon Spaces on Twitter. That tune to change.
Oh, what? The tune is changing this year for real. We ain't gonna be going off like we did before. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, but we know you got that whip, so you might be right. But Blue Jacket Life, I'm gonna let A1 answer that, man. I answered a little bit. Y'all go check out my quick long form I did. It's about 8 minutes because I got a little long winded because I went from McGary to Jawan Taylor all the way over to the perfect pick at number 48. But y'all go check that out, man, because trust me, y'all gonna like it. But A1, go ahead, man.
Yeah, man. So as far as like the cap space, since Caleb McGary was under contract for still like this coming season and next, we get instant savings of $14 million this year and next year. We've already dug into some of that 14-ish, 15 mil already by signing Jawan Taylor to a 1-year prove it deal, 5 mil. And some people may be like, well, why in the heck we got to give a $5 million deal
It
to a
was
guy?
on a third of the price though, A1, so we can't be mad about that.
We
But go
can't be
ahead.
And remember, he just came from the Chiefs. He does have playoff experience. He's got Super Bowl experience. Regardless, at the end of the day, man, it's still a good deal, and it's a
Already
proof.
hit up my KC Connect so I can get the lowdown scoop because you know that's my cousin fan base over there.
Yeah, I would love to hear, what I'm saying, like how they feel about stuff like that too. So yeah, I would love to get their thoughts. Let us know what they talking about.
Facts. But as
Matter
I
of
always
fact,
tell y'all, well, I can't say tell. As I always ask y'all, if y'all can, drop them super chats, man, over at A1 Forever and over at Smitty Sports Machine. And I've been trying to get A up to start a YouTube for about 10 years, but she ain't did it yet. So once she do it, man, y'all go support her as well.
It might actually happen this year. I just gotta get with my fellas, and yeah, it actually might happen this year. But stay tuned.
Hey, so they working. So yeah, but go ahead, man. Go ahead, A1.
hey man, nothing wrong with that. But yeah, again, like my thing is the McGary thing. Like I want to know. I know Smitty. I was talking about it earlier. I know you dropped the video, but hey, we all together now. As far as McGary and his retirement goes, I'm not surprised about it. It's like I'm surprised about it, but then once you think about it in the whole totality of it all, y'all, McGary has been having problems with his knees his entire career. Knee sprain here, knee sprain there. I mean, and this is dating all the way back to his rookie season.
I'm just gonna keep it. Stop trying to beat around the bush. The knee cook.
Yeah, the knees are. And again, like man, I'm telling you, the offensive lineman, you have to be able to push, pull. You have to do all that stuff. You have to be in that stance. And if you can't do it at a high level, there's no point in even trying it. I got a brother that used to play offensive line, and I'm not gonna lie to you, he'll be the first to tell you, boy, my knees, bro. Because we don't been cut on, all that stuff like that. That it gets real. And when you can't do it at a high level no more, you just can't. You just can't.
The thing that kind of ticks me off about it. You know, I always tell people I wish the best life. I don't wish people well because I ain't gonna give you my energy, but I wish him the best life that he wants and that he puts his mind and set forth and what God and his yellow brick road have a path to. But my dude, you knew your knee was cooked. Why didn't you tell us this literally January? Why did you wait until April? About what 2 weeks
That's
before the draft to
that's an
sit
easy
on me
answer.
and
Yeah,
say that you like?
that's an easy answer. Roster bonus.
I
Mm.
mean, the thing about it is they probably gonna have to go to arbitration for that to probably see if they can even get that back. They already said that they want that. They probably want that 3 million back, and I want
Of
it
course
back
they
too
do.
because you could have said something.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. I
I
think
mean,
what it is, I think he was trying to still give it a go. And I think possibly today, the way that it feels like it was I showed up to OTAs, or maybe I didn't show up to OTAs because I just can't go. And I
but
was going to give it a go.
I'm gonna start being so real with these football players. They already know the doctor done already told them.
Oh, is
You
that?
probably can't say but the doctor done already told that man. That man, yeah, you can try to push, you can try to pray, you can try to work out and do whatever. When a doctor tell you that it don't look too good and you might not be playing, I don't be trusting a lot of doctors, but believe them doctors when it comes down to them athletes.
I
He
mean,
knew. He
hey,
knew.
that's one thing we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about whether he knew or not. I do believe he definitely knew. But I still do at least appreciate the fact that he didn't wait until after the draft to where we couldn't at least pivot at all. And yeah, because my thing is, what if he would have waited until like we're hearing about this in training camp? Then it, like I said earlier, then it would have been starting to be like people in his DMs, people,
Well, the
I'm saying,
writing was on the wall. We never heard about once. We never heard about all we was hearing about and barely hearing about him, Penix, with his recovery, we didn't hear nothing. Just like Troy Anderson, I saw a picture with Troy Anderson today. I said, "Oh, look, it's Casper." So I mean, when you seeing ghosts popping up and you don't hear about them ghosts, I already knew the white was on the wall because my question was already going to be answered. Well, where is he at in his rehab? Nobody didn't say not a word.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Scary for anybody. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it goes back to those previous injuries that he was having with those knees. He just like the knees were already. Remember when we drafted Caleb? Remember that was one thing they was talking about. Remember they were talking about his heart because remember he was having he had multiple surgeries and everything to alleviate pressure against his heart, and then he had those knee issues. So that's why like people were wondering another reason. Okay, why did you trade back into the first round for Caleb McGary? Remember that was the narrative for a moment. And
I'll be honest with that, but he solidified that right side. But that still don't mean I'm not gonna slap him for sitting over here and waiting until April to come tell us something. You could have waited until you could have said something more.
It's facts, but another thing with that A1, y'all know that was a tactic by Tom Dimitrov to save his job in Atlanta. So what he did, he told
no, we all knew that, but he solidified that right side though.
Right before the offseason started, he said he was gonna get the he's gonna get the offensive line right, and I thought he was gonna go out and sign a veteran and sign an offense. We drafted Chris Lester at the same time, but I thought he was go out and sign a veteran to go right next to him. And he was a rookie as well, but he started with two rookies, and he kind of reached on it because Caleb was a third round prospect, and he ended up going in the bottom of the first round, and we passed up on a lot of talent to go get him. And we end up paying for it in the long run, but it is what it is. But again,
we hadn't really have to do anything with our offensive line minus center. If you really kind of think about it, we haven't really had to do anything. So it was a gamble that you can basically like again. I know y'all probably I know y'all probably don't watch NASCAR, but Chase Elliott won that race because his crew chief decided to take a gamble. Sometimes them gambles play out, but at the same token. Yeah, shout out to my NASCAR fans if y'all watch NASCAR. But
Jordan's getting me into it. I ain't gonna lie. Jordan's getting me into it.
He getting everybody into it.
I mean, my thing is just trying to be more consistent because like I was a Jeff Gordon type of a guy. Man,
I was a Jeff Gordon fanatic in the 90s, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
If I watched it, it was Jeff Gordon and then what's my man name?
Well, I tell you, Chase's great uncle, Austin Bill from Dawsonville, he was one of my favorite racers too, man, back in the 90s when I was watching.
His daddy Bill Elliott. Shout out to Big Money Bill.
Right.
Dawsonville, Georgia, man. Shout out to him.
Shout out to any of my NASCAR watchers out there. We got Bristol this weekend, so we finna get lit, But yeah, I mean, when it all said and done with it, I really thank him for coming to the Falcons and doing what he did with the Falcons. I just don't like the waiting for that. But so we gonna be sitting over here and figure out what's gonna happen. Like I said, it's a Wednesday.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And it was a ticking time bomb because think about it, the ankle injuries, the knee injuries, the heart issues. It was just a matter of time. But he stuck it out as long as he could, and I respect that. Because at the end of the day, like Chris said, he could have went on and on into late in the off season. Think about it now that we got this information.
Why would we sign a left tackle when we need a right tackle?
Experience.
He played the right side too. He played the right side in Jacksonville and Kansas City. So I mean, he fits. So yeah. Shout out to our boy. Go ahead.
I'm reading these comments. So I know Jawan Taylor has the most holding penalties of any old lineman, but so did Elijah. I mean,
hey man, Elijah was bad. Elijah got our quarterback hurt.
Exactly. So, Jake's been holding it down on that left tackle spot, and on top of that, he's been a left tackle pretty much protecting people's blind spot for a majority of his life. You know, he gets to cruise on out now since we got a lefty. So yeah, you know. Okay. But yeah, it's that, like I said, it's a Wednesday. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Hallelujah.
Yeah. Shout out to Ryan at the bird cage. Like you said, man, y'all hit that like button. Hype us up, and like I said, man, y'all please hit them super chats up. Boy, my boy Tony Wright said this was an awful signing. Pick up Jawan Taylor. On left tackle, Taylor Decker is right there to be assigned. But the thing about Taylor Decker, he's going to cost way more money than Jawan Taylor. I think he's going to be at least in the $15 million range. And yes, he's 33 years old, but he's going to be in the $12 to $15 million range easily. Mainly because he was a standout, tackle in Detroit. And I think he just going to cost too much, man.
Penalties.
Right. Boom, what's up, man? Yeah.
Boom, what's happening, man? Where you been, man? Millie Mill, what's going on? Southside Ricky, how y'all feeling? Everybody, man.
Yeah, man. Jawan Taylor has the most holding penalties offensive lineman in any position the last 3 years. That's facts. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man, y'all got to have y'all got to have some confidence in this move, man, because y'all just keep forgetting.
Callie.
We have a new offensive line coach in Brian Callahan that's going to offset.
No, it ain't Brian. It ain't Brian.
Bill Callahan. I'm sorry, Bill Callahan. And you just got to think about it, man. I'm looking at it as whomever we have on the offensive line, he's going to have it to the point where they gel together, and that's the way I'm starting to look at it. No matter who they sign on the offensive line, I think Bill Callahan is going to offset all of that. What y'all think?
How many years have I have said this? You know me for quite a long time. How many years have I have said we don't need no Dallas Cowboys offensive line? We just need a competent offensive line. That's all
I've been knowing you a long time, so yeah, you've been saying that.
I've been saying that. I mean, and I don't even want to put them out there, but I was just watching they new offensive line coach. But people don't realize Georgia does not have all 5 stars. And people care about the stars. I don't. Once you get in college, I don't care about the stars. But
facts.
Georgia don't have literally five stars across their line. They literally have been working with 3 stars, some 4 stars. They do have 5 stars on the line, but sometimes on 5 stars don't even be starting.
They mainly 3. Yeah, they mainly 3.
Yeah, so I mean, you just need an offensive line that can not only open up holes for Bijan, but protect. That's all you need to do. That's really all you need. We don't don't get me wrong. I love the Dallas Cowboys offensive line. I don't love them, but I like what they did. But at the same token, we just need something competent. That's all. Right. Because you got Bijan in the backfield. Let Bijan do what he got to go do. Depending on how Tua does or how, when Penix come back, whatever, let them do what they got to do. And then the line can figure it out. But it goes back to say, we just need competency, and we need a line that knows how to move together and gel together. That's all we really need right now. We can go figure that out later, because even right now, drafting this class, them linemen ain't all that good. I ain't even finna hold, and I ain't even finna lie to you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Even looking at the combine and then looking at some of the guys, I watched a little bit of those guys, and it was like, okay. I mean, some of those prestigious schools that have the offensive line, they're going to have the decent ones, but most of the ones that are even going to be worth a darn, they are going to be trying to get snatched up early. So that's another reason why I'm like, I can see at 48, if they're that is worth for the taking, I think they do it. Especially depending on what school come from. As a kid from Utah that they can get at Lumu. It's a couple of kids, honestly, just around in that 2nd and 3rd range. And then I know in the 4th round, we had took Austin Barber. Now I know he's a Gator, but I mean, we already got one in Kyle Pitts. I mean, we got another one now.
I didn't like that either.
Taylor. You said what, E?
I didn't even like that either.
Yeah, I understand. But shoot, man, Taylor from the Florida Gator, the guy we just signed.
No, that's look. Look, it took a whole lot of convincing for people to even convince me with JPJ. So,
I get it. I want Donovan Izaraku, but that's water under the bridge now.
It is.
But yeah, man, I'm just like you,
Man.
Smitty. I'm just like you, Smitty, and you, E. Like I feel the same. We need a competent offensive line, but we also have a guy that has seen it all, done it all, and like I was saying earlier, he can, add an extra element, and he can find all the different ways to use people for their strengths. Appreciate you too for that super bit cute. But yeah, he can use their strengths and just continue to add with the depth. As long as they stay competent and do their job, I think we can be good, man. Like that pass pro, I'm really more concerned about that more so than the running back, or than the running game. And the reason why I say that is because we do have.
We was never really good on that pass pro on that right side. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, because that's going to be our blind side, regardless of what quarterback's under center. We got Tua, you got Michael Penix, and regardless, that right side has got to hold up. It's got to.
What was Storm North's injury last year?
Ankle.
Was it his ankle? His ankle too?
Ankle. Yep.
Man, these dude got to learn how to start walking down the steps. Jesus Christ.
I'm talking about, man.
Hey, no, these dudes need to start sitting over here and practice yoga. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah, that too. I can see that. Absolutely.
Hey, man, yoga helps. I use it. It does. Mobility work, all that stuff, man. You'd be surprised.
Man, I've heard NFL players taking ballet and all of that, bro. Balance.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you.
It helps you feel a little bit faster too. So that yoga, like it really helps you with the ligaments. It helps your ligaments and everything. Go back to where they were and help you, do that.
Stretch them out a little bit.
Athletes need to start taking ballet a little bit more serious too.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, that's
why some bar work.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it, even some kids that used to do like track and field and do like wrestling, and if they had that too in their element, you gotta know that they know how to recover. Because I do that wrestling. I don't know if anybody in the chat has ever wrestled before, just period. But yeah, if you wrestle for a while, man, you're gonna need a little foam rolling after that, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need a little mobility work, a little stretch out, so yeah, man. That's another thing too. Big Q, man, with another super, man. But before we get to that, we got DA. Bill will definitely get this O-line that much better. Let's be honest. They have the production. They have produced to a certain degree over the last couple of seasons, and now they have the top 3 all-time O-line coach of all time. Hey, man, that's what I'm saying. Again, you got this coach in Bill Callahan. He got to earn his money too. His reputation has got to be shown in Atlanta. We know what he's done in the past, but what have you done for us? So it's like at the same time, we do have to see that production, but I do believe that it's coming. I do have faith in that.
But you got to think, where he's been as well and who he's coached up under. Because I look at it, he was the head coach in Nebraska in the mid 2000s. I still remember that. And their bread and butter was the run game, and he taught their team. Then you go up to Dallas in the mid 2000s, 10s. He's in Dallas. Then he goes to Washington as the offensive line coach and assistant head coach. And you got to think, he's learned up under guys like Joe Gibbs in Washington and these other guys in the 90s. So he's been around a long time. And now he gets his chance to solidify things. And the funny thing is, I don't think we've had an offensive line coach outside Dwayne Leffert that has this type of prestige. So this is really, to me, an upgrade at the offensive line, and mainly because we've got to protect those 2 quarterbacks. So now that they've added these 3 quarterbacks, you definitely got to have a proven offensive line coach. This is why I don't worry. But go ahead.
I don't put that other one as a quarterback. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't even know why they wouldn't even pick that man up.
Well, look, I'm telling you. See, one thing y'all got to understand about guys like Trevor Siemian. No, he may not put up the big numbers. No, he's not, a superstar quarterback. But I'm telling you, when you've been on the sideline holding the clipboard, learning the game, these are the reason why these guys become great offensive coordinator head coaches, because they study the game at a different level instead of being on the field. they learn from the experience of the sideline. So this is why I don't have a problem with it, because he's going to help Penix and Tua in the film room, not only on the practice field but in the film room. So that's why I love this move. So I mean, but I'm not, I'm not sweating it, because I know at the end of the day the future quarterback is not on this roster. We just got to make it through this year, and that's what they try to do in the long run. But
I mean,
man, go ahead.
Right there.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, people do have a question mark on Penix.
Yeah, people got a question mark on Penix. People got a question mark and exclamation mark on Tua. So it's like, I get what you're saying, but one thing about it is somebody gonna win this
game. Profit on the field, we gonna have a fight.
Hey man, listen here.
Yeah,
that just can't happen. I don't care in no regard. But I will say this, man. One thing I'm gonna miss about McGary is him and Lindstrom being able to absolutely dominate that right side when it comes to the run game. Because when it does come to that run game, Taylor not as good as McGary. When it comes to blocks, I think McGary was a forceful bulldozer.
Top three. He was top 3 in the NFL.
And what we have now is more of a finesse guy when it comes to blocks. So I am, I'm saying, a little bit nervous, because I'm not worried about necessarily Callahan, but it's like if Callahan can't get the best out of this guy, it's like nobody can. But
we didn't spend that, bro. He don't get the whole $5 million. He probably get half of it. The other half is in incentives.
Well, so, got like $1 million in incentives or something like that. So
yeah, you only get like 3 point something. So yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, then on false starts, those are drive killers, man. He normally has drive penalties.
Agreed.
And I'm looking at it, and it's like, it's one of the things, like I say before, it's not just about what you're doing, it's when you're doing it. So it's not just when you where you fumble, it's when you do it. Like what part of the game is it in? Late in the game, critical situation, et cetera, et cetera. And a lot of Taylor's penalties have come in the part where like the team is driving and then boom, they go a penalty, kills the drive. And that's what I'm saying, is when you get these penalties too. You don't get them at all, but it's just like sometimes it'd be like, man, we really didn't need a penalty right then. So
yeah, but like you say, it's all about when you do it. But again, this is why you have veteran head coaches to fix the problem, try to get him in a stable position as to where he, just becomes consistent. And I mean, not consistently bad, but consistently going in the right direction. But Q, man, thank you for the donation, my brother. He said this is crazy to say, but he'll take the depth piece and the holding piece, and the holding before you just let the guy walk past you and get our quarterback get hurt. Just saying, hopefully he get better. Boy, it's holding. So I mean, look, just hope he gets better. That's all you can hope.
I wish Elijah Wilkinson would have dope. Never mind. Go ahead.
You stupid.
Nothing to say about that joke no more. No.
That we shall thou not speak it of. Because
that
the
name,
way the fan base bonded together to eat his butt up.
That was beautiful.
I appreciate it. That was just a beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, that's what we needed to bond together. They're just so crazy. I just couldn't believe the nerve, the gall by this man to just be talking about us with all them penalties you gave up. And again, I hammer home because it happened. The block that was that hurt Michael Penix was your block. Like you didn't dive, you didn't try to do nothing. This blocking is just not your profession. One thing about it, all I'm saying is don't go down there and get Tyler hurt. That's all I'm saying.
Right. And we know he couldn't even hold the door open for nobody going into a restaurant. Let's keep it. Boom. 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 Thank you for the donation, my guys. I think the move that they have made makes them 2 games better next season at best. But 9-8 is my prediction for next season. I'm at 10-7. I'm gonna give them at least one more win, mainly because of the coaching staff. I think the coaching staff take this team to another level. What y'all looking at record wise? Already. Say that again.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Come on, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. For me right now, I'm a hold off right now as far as like on all that, man.
I mean, it's it's just a quick quick assessment because it could change at any time. It could change at any time.
Holla at me when we get to the
Preseason.
draft and we start making draft.
Well, I just say preseason.
Yeah, because I'm still trying to understand who, Kevin Stefanski is as a coach.
Right.
I'm still trying to understand really his scheme because I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't, and some people talking about, with the Browns, I can't base his tenure off the Browns because it's the Browns. It's the Browns. So, and they QB situation was a hot mess this year. So I'm really just trying to really just still feel the team out because I don't even know what the defense even gonna look like because I had my high expectations. But somebody decided that they wanted to freaking crash out. That's 10 freaking sacks, decided to crash out. So I'm just trying to really just wrap my head around exactly what type of move we like are finna make. So I like our signings that we did, but I'm also just really, really trying to figure out who this team really is. Like, what are we really gonna do? What is Ian gonna do? What is Matt Ryan's input on this? What does Kevin want to see happening? What does Jeff want to see happening on that defense? So I'm just really still trying to put together the pieces of everything.
Yeah, they definitely got to come through as a collective, man, because at the end of the day, it's got a jail. And whoever they take at 48, all of them got to sign off on it. All of them. No matter what position they coach, they all got to sign off on it because they all got to coach that player. So it's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be easy. But I gave y'all the idea as to where I was shifting because, as I said in that video, it could shift. It's still gonna be in the trenches because I was looking at defensive tackle pretty heavy at 48, but now you got to start to wonder if they're gonna switch it to offensive tackle with this retirement. It's just gonna be interesting to see in the long run because
the board falls in a magical, special way. I can see that, but if it falls more so heavily towards the defensive side, there's no chance that they'll pass that up to go get an offensive player.
So you think it's so do y'all think it's best player available still? As a need as far as a want?
I never go BPA unless I know for a fact my team is picking in the 25th to 32. I never go BPA.
Okay.
Yeah, it has to be a need. It has to be a need. I don't if they decide to go BPA, and if they really decide to go BPA, and I promise you, Zachariah Brent's right there, baby. You better just go grab that man. That's all I gotta say.
I can respect that.
Mm-hmm. I think I was thinking that we were going to hit the trenches even before Caleb retired. I think we're going to hit the trenches because we have a former offensive lineman who was our GM. We also have Matt Ryan as our president of football. And we're not going to draft a quarterback. So the next best thing I feel like is either an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. And we still could go defensive line because, guys, we got a lot of visits, a lot of those 30 visits that we're doing. And some of those guys could possibly drop. Not necessarily saying like Christian Miller or anything, but we are hosting him. We are hosting Zachariah Branch, and the list goes on. But as far as like
those two are second-round picks, though. They are slated for second-round picks. I'm not gonna lie to you. We saw the combine, but people gotta understand too. When you're looking at the combine, you're only looking at a select few of people. Where you really want to go see some talent and you really want to understand who them talent is, go look at that Senior Bowl. Go look at the East and West Shrine Bowl because you're not going to see some of them guys at the combine. So if you really want to see what's really out there, then you do. That's why a lot of fans, who is that? I never heard of that player because they probably come from a team that you ain't going to sit over here and watch. There's some good talent. And me living in Texas, there's some good talent at some of them Texas schools. And Stephen F. Austin, at Charleston State, at the University of North Texas. You got
Sam
some that is
Houston
over
State.
there. Sam
Yes,
Houston
yeah.
State. You
Yeah.
got San Antonio out there, UT San Antonio. So you got talent, and I'm just throwing that out there because we don't watch them type of games. Those are when
Right.
we watch Big Ten football and they playing them type of schools. We not really looking at the players on the other side. So I mean,
No.
they can. You don't know. They can pop out somebody out of the first round we ain't never even heard of, and we seen it.
Yeah.
So I'm again, if the board falls magically in a way where a good offensive player comes available, cool. If not, go DT. Like I said, if this is Christian Miller, grab him. If it is Zachariah Brooks, grab him. If it is Pons, okay, they got Pons going second round, grab him. If we are doing BPA. So
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, like I said, I just don't know how that's gonna work. Just don't know, because right now this team ain't really got no identity. Let's be real. They ain't got no identity.
No, they don't. They don't.
Of course, we gotta gain that with a new head coach and their new regime. So yeah, we know what our old identity is, but I mean, the thing about it is we're getting weapons, and I can't wait till we have that cap space to really fill out this team next year. But I mean, we got some guys. We're going to lean on Bijan. I feel like we're going to lean on Drake. We'll see if Kyle is still here, because until he runs out there on that field, I think he still got a chance to get traded.
Yeah.
I want a first, but people say that he ain't worth the first. But I want a first. I don't care what nobody say. If I ain't getting a first for number 8, we ain't talking.
Well, I get why you feel like that. I get why you feel like that. But go ahead.
Don't pick up the phone then.
I don't pick up the phone. You go straight to voicemail as it is on my phone right now.
Look at your ass.
Good luck. And I want to just talk something. I'll let y'all talk really quick. I'm not gonna say Watts and Billy were sleepers. Mm-hmm. I don't think people understood how to really utilize and use them. I watch Oklahoma faithfully because I grew up watching Oklahoma. So I knew about Billy let me just throw this back. Because I really wanted the Falcons a long time ago to take Eric Stryker. Y'all know who Eric Stryker is, and you understand why I wanted them to take Eric Stryker. But Oklahoma be having some underlining players on their defense. Offense.
Please don't say that, because I think that Nick Benito name gonna come up. But go ahead.
Oh my God, bro.
I'm just saying they be having some little undercovers. I ain't gonna I've been watching Billy, so I was excited to see Billy. And Xavier played at Notre Dame. I mean, you can't go wrong really with a Notre Dame player. I just don't think a lot of people knew how to utilize and use them, and Jeff did just that. So I don't really want to call them sleepers. I just want to say that a lot of people just didn't know how to use them, to be honest.
Agreed.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I seen Billy Bowman fall to us, I was like, "We got what?" I had said, "What, Smitty?" I think I had text you. I was like, "We just got a heat-seeking missile."
Yep, that's exactly what you said.
Man, Billy played with no fear at all. He will come hunt you down, and he'll pick the ball off. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I absolutely love that one, and of course, I love Xavier Watts too. Man, those two guys right there, they're going to be terrorizing the NFC South and just the NFL as a tandem for quite some time, as long as they stay healthy. Glad that they play for the Falcons, but I still feel like somehow, some way, man, it's going to be another sleeper to other people that, we're going to look at and be like, see there, since somebody else fell to us, because it's some talent, as far as especially at the wide receiver. There is so much talent coming out of this draft for the wide receiver, and I think there may be the most talented position this year. And I know there's some other ones that close, but
that offensive line is another one though. That's why I said, it may be a blessing in disguise that he went ahead and retired before the draft, because they can easily, find his replacement in this draft. Because the guy that I put on that video, he can come in just under Bill Callahan. He probably can be, the next starting left tackle for this team. But he'll play on the right side until Jake retires. But they probably could have their left tackle of the future in that guy. But y'all, like I said, y'all go check that out. But Tony Wright said like everyone in Atlanta Falcon free agent signs except Tua, Corey Levine. And I actually like Corey Levine because I feel like he's a solid backup, and he's gonna push New Zealand for that starting spot. Jawan Taylor is questionable, but at the same time, like I said, with Bill Callahan, I actually love the move because I know he's going to get the best out of it. Boom. Shout out to Boom, man. Thank you for the donation. He said we had the right staff, but it's going to take 2 years. The players have to execute in the early games. They always blow. And that's true because they started off slow in a lot of those games that they lost. And he said go back to the Colts game overseas. And the second loss to Carolina. So, yeah, he's absolutely correct. No slow starts. DBG 11 said sometimes them sleepers be in the second and fourth round. Absolutely. We know it all too well. We got Child in the fifth round. We got Grady Jarrett in the fifth round. So it's all in, how you department scouts and it's what y'all need.
Is Boom the Atlanta Sports?
Yeah, I know what you finna say.
First of all, I mean it's already too late. we already have a Sooner on the team, so we might as well go ahead and open the door up and let the Sooners come on in. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we already got Ohio State Buckeyes on the team, so I mean, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think too, they got the way I see it. If they decide to move on from Jesse Bates, Billy can slide right back to the safety position. Go ahead.
The thing is, I already said Xavier was Jesse's replacement anyway. He said he loved to be a Falcon, but I don't think he's gonna take that veteran minimum. So,
but if he's at what about 13 million, 15, something like that. If he comes down about 3 million, about 12, I think they'll be fine. Because you think about if they re-sign him right now, the extension don't start till after next year. So if they sign him now,
lower.
I mean, it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be. So it's not gonna matter. But go ahead.
I was just saying lower. You said 12. I was thinking more like 10.
She want to go lower.
I think he'll get 12. I think he'll get 12. 12 is fair because he's still 30 years old.
Yeah,
that's still fair to me. Because
Holmes said
he a top safety now. They going towards the 20 range.
Holmes said I want to retire.
He want what?
Holmes said I want to retire. Falcon.
Oh, yeah, well, tell him to put his money where his mouth is. Tony Wright, I know what you're saying about Corey Levine, but you got to think about those two teams that you just called, the Titans and the Jets. Right. Poorly coached teams. And I know Bill Callahan was in Tennessee when Corey Levin was there. That's probably why he's here right now, because Bill Callahan seen something in him that he can probably, translate with the Falcons that he couldn't get through in Tennessee. Sometimes it's just a team you on, man.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, that Tennessee.
I like Keontae Scott too, but go ahead.
Now I was just about to say that Tennessee O-line, that O-line wasn't talking about nothing as a collective.
No, they were terrible.
Whatever they want.
Hold on, which Tennessee we talking about? We talking about the Titans or okay, I just wanted to make sure because Tennessee sucks anyway, but I just wanted to.
There you go. There you go.
No matter if you a volunteer or you a Titan, you just.
I mean, even what them nerds call over there?
What is it?
The nerds.
Chattanooga?
No, not Chattanooga.
The Vols.
No, the other nerds, the ones in Nashville. What's they look? What's the Commodores?
Vanderbilt. Yeah.
See, look, y'all couldn't even think about it. Yeah, them nerds over there. Them too.
Oh yeah, that's a journalism school. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, they nerds. Yeah, I get
nerds
it.
Over there. We got nerds in ATL, and then we got nerds over there up north.
You out of control. But look, we were talking about Jesse Bates before the show started. So we figured we, give a listen to the press conference he did just a little bit earlier today. His thoughts on his future with the Falcons and the GM. But I didn't get a chance to watch the entire thing, so I'm gonna let A1 Eb, they control this segment. And I'm gonna just let y'all hear this, and then Chris will take over, and we'll roll.
Oh, I got to learn a whole new defense. I think it'll really help you become a better football player if you can really understand the philosophy and the schemes of different coordinators.
Jesse, you're in the last year of your deal, and a lot of guys coming in right now, 1-year deals, new coach. Is there any advantage to guys who have to, ball out in order to, be in the good graces of the coaches and the GM going into next season?
Yeah, I think every year is a 1-year, contract. Things can change. People, get traded
Facts.
or get cut. That's the mindset you got to have when you're talking about a year, approach. Whether I had 2 years left on my deal or I had one, I'm gonna come in here and work like I only had one. So you can't be motivated by these outside things. You just got to be able to have a system that you operate on, no matter you feeling good, whether you're not feeling well, whether you got the biggest contract, whether you don't. You got to operate in these type of systems, and that's what I think the best players do.
Have you had any conversations about an extension?
And that's facts, man. One thing about it, he's totally correct, 200%. You got to be able to be versatile. You got to be able to play and have a mindset that this could be my last season in the NFL. What do they always say? Your next play could be your last play. So he has the right
Not for long anyway.
But go ahead.
Yeah, not for long.
Not for long.
Facts.
Got to cherish every moment. And I love that mindset. And that's another reason why Jesse is a leader on the team right there. Because that mindset right there, he's going to tell that to the young guys so they can adopt that mindset as well. Cheat every year, 1 year at a time, and go out there and give your best, give your all, 1,000%. I love it.
Yeah, facts. And if he retired the Falcon, I'd be super happy. But I also understand if he moved on. But let's finish with this.
No, not yet. Nope.
Is that something you'd be interested in? Should that become available?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to retire as a Falcon. I have a beautiful house here, beautiful family. My family loves it here. Why would I not want to be a Falcon?
More quarterbacks for you to dissect for us. Tua now a part of this organization. What do you remember about playing against him that made him the quarterback he is?
Yeah, they whooped our ass, I think. We'll have some battles for sure in practice. Yeah, but we're familiar. The past 2 years, I think we went up to Miami for the joint practice and to watch, Tua in practice and then see him in game. It's going to be cool to go against him, a premier quarterback that has the experience, a playoff type of quarterback that I'll be able to learn from, not just on the football field, but in the classroom as well.
Can you give us some of the broad strokes about?
And see, that's the thing, man. Everybody giving Tua hell. But when a star defensive player just break it down, and I told y'all, if he came in here and beat us with one eye, what make y'all think he can't be our starting quarterback? That's what I just want to know. Now, I know about the concussions and all of that, but when you talk about winning football with him in Alabama, him in the NFL, 70% completion percentage, all of that, he processes things very well. So all he has to do is stay upright. If he can do that, I have no problem.
Yeah, we got to keep him right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. See, okay. So here's my issue with Mr. Tua. And we're gonna start this back at Alabama. Okay.
Go ahead, run it.
He had the greatest coach, Nick Saban. I'll give them that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for Kirby. But at the same token, when we go back and look at some of the things Tua did, Tua takes risk. Let me just put it like that. Even when he injured his hip when he was in college, and then even when some of the hits that he has taken in the NFL, he basically takes too many risks. Like, and I hate to bring this person up because I still love him, but he still made me mad when he did this too. Tua kind of reminds me of like Vic, when Vic used to go rogue and do crazy, stupid stuff to get himself hurt or to cause like different issues. Like Tua just he literally can dissect. He can do all of that. He got a good arm. I ain't gonna sit over here and lie and hate on the man. But it's just the risk that he takes. You've been in the NFL long enough. You should know, like, okay, if I can't find my open guy, yes, I know I can use my legs and run. Sometimes it's just best to throw the ball away.
Throw the ball
Sometimes
away.
it's best to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't want to do that, but sometimes it's best to just throw it away. But Tua would take those risks, and even just keeping him upright is basically like, hey, bruh, you ain't got to do all that and be Captain Save-A-Ho. You ain't always got to be a hero. A hero can throw the ball away too. You know, so
Agreed.
that's just my issue with that, because we have seen that. We have seen different things. We have seen this man pop, lock, and drop it on the field. Okay, we have seen it. It is just it's just like, okay, you come over here. We don't need you to be a hero. We just need you to play the game. That's all we need you to do. We don't need
and yeah, let's keep it real too though. With the type of weapons now, he had weapons in Miami with them speed demons.
Yeah, for sure had weapons in Miami.
Yeah, but you got to think too.
To him.
Right.
The last season.
Yeah, but the thing about those guys, they one trick pony. They vertical guys. He really has what he needs here in Atlanta with, you know, big body receiver that he don't have to use all the arm strength he has to throw the ball down the field. And he commands the middle of the field very well, which is going to help with Kyle Pitts and Drake London and Bijan Robinson. Because think about it, if he getting out on those quick out running back routes, those comeback routes, then I mean it helps him as well. Screen plays, all of that. So and the receiver that we got in Olamide and Jahan, they awesome in the screen game as well. So they've catered this offense to him. So yeah, I mean, look, either way you look at it, I think they win.
Like I said, we can't really make a judge at this point in time until, like I said, until we see this man on the field in pass during game speed. I don't even know why you post that up on there. I am not talking to him since he put my name with the Bucks in the same sentence. So, but
shout out to my boy Kivo, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, he know better. But so but like I said, when it's all said and done, he's good, he's great, but in the same token, I just need him to not, like, you don't have to play that hero ball. Just do what you know how to do. What Jesse said, you on a 1-year deal, you may not be here next year. Like, we just need to see. Because right now at this point, if you go down, we got Casper that's going to come in and play, and he ain't a friendly ghost. So I'm just at this point, again, because I really want Penix to really heal up this season. I know people want to push him out, and I know he want to be pushed out, but let's just see what Tua can do. Then we can have that. If they think that it needs to be a quarterback competition, then let's let it do, because we ain't getting Arch. So all y'all Falcon fans can cut that out right now. We ain't getting Arch.
Agreed.
No.
We ain't getting Arch. So leave that one alone.
What you want?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, Arch Manning. Okay, but my thing is with this whole thing, I agree. We got Michael Penix. He's definitely rushing to try to get out there. Because you got to think about it. Technically, if the plan that the Falcons' previous regime had would have worked, this would have been Michael Penix's first season starting. Technically, was supposed to have been starting. So,
well, no, last season would have been his whole season had he got hurt, because he started from the jump last season. So this would have been year 2.
No. We're talking about if we would have if the
plan would have worked with Kirk Cousins the first 2 seasons.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But and you think about it, if this was his first year and he hadn't played at all, would we have still been going after Tua? I think so. If the contract was still
absolutely.
Yeah, but still, my point is, this is technically supposed to be his starting year. So even if he doesn't start, next season will be year 4.
Yeah.
And then you got to start thinking about, are you picking up that 5th? Like,
absolutely not.
Yeah, so again, Penix, for Penix, this is everything. He has to get back on the field because he has to show the franchise that for A,
Out.
he can stay healthy. 2, so I'm worth the money when it's time to pick up that 5th-year option. And 3, I'm the competent quarterback. I'm the quarterback of the future. You don't have to keep bringing in guys after guys trying to compete with me. So
and I agree with that, but they started from the jump. It was messed up because if you take a quarterback that high, he's got to be considered to be the starting quarterback year 1, point blank.
Nope.
Period.
Mm-mm.
Point blank. Period.
It's not
So-
like
But
that.
see,
Go ahead.
Go back to this because I want one, Mr. Coach Boom. What's up, Coach? We could afford Russell Wilson. They could have stood over there and got Justin Fields. They could afford anybody who they wanted to go get. They just, again, I look at it like this: Tua is a lefty, Penix is a lefty. Don't switch up. Don't go back to somebody that's throwing right hand. Keep it the way it is. I just felt like it was just the continuum that they wanted to keep by actually going out and getting to it. But let me go ahead and say this, because now that I brought up Justin Fields, I got yelled at and basically told I didn't know what I was talking about when we were sitting over here and people wanted to go get Justin Fields when we still had Matt Ryan. And again, back to Smitty point, you are not going to sit a first-round draft pick, let alone a quarterback that you draft that high. You're not going to sit him. But now everybody with Penix, it was like, no, let's sit him. But when it came down to Matt Ryan and when it was Justin Fields, people were like, nah, you play Justin. No, because at the end of the day, look at Justin now. Y'all would have been mad if Justin
no development. No true development. Yeah.
This man turning into a running back. I'm like,
exactly. Because again, I love Matt Ryan. But Matt Ryan is the reason why a lot of people want to start their first-round quarterbacks out the gate. Some teams ain't got no choice. But if you do have a choice, i.e., in our situation, you set them, let them develop. I don't understand why people want to make that big jump, because some of these college teams are boo-boo Willie the foo-foo. That's some of these cool QBs are coming from. And they not developing these QBs. They not. Then when they come up here to the league, here we are. You know what I'm saying? Again, I know I'm about to get criticized for this, but I don't see what everybody trying to tell me to look at when it comes down to Archie Manning. I don't see it.
Anybody
It's the name. It's the name.
Anybody alone? I don't see it.
I don't see it.
But
I'm trying to figure it out.
Truth be told, he remind me more of his granddad than his uncles.
Bingo.
Yeah.
I mean, Eli sucked anyway, but that's another story for a different day.
Yep, you're right.
Yep, that's what I'm saying too, man. Yeah, that Justin Fields thing, that wasn't going to work out. But the whole Tua thing, the whole Tua and Penix thing, we're going to have to ride this wave, y'all. Hopefully Penix is going to be able to be healed enough to play. But I've been saying, don't rush them back. Don't let this Falcon training staff rush you back, because at the end of the day, let's keep it real. And I'll knock on the wood. I'll throw salt over the shoulder, whatever y'all believe in as far as superstitions. But all I'm saying is, if you do rush yourself back and you get hurt again, that's it. And I'm not saying that's it for your playing career, but that's probably it.
Yeah, that's it in Atlanta. Absolutely.
That's it.
200%.
Let's be real. We didn't gave so many people, and when people say that's it for you in Atlanta, I don't understand where we got on this train, or where we hop on this train, that if you're not good enough to play for us, we gonna get rid. Because we didn't gave too many people opportunities to stay on this team. We done that so many times, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I love me some Arthur Blank. I love that man, but I blame him. He got a hand in this. Because
absolutely.
You impatient. I get it. You not Jerry, Arthur Blank ain't Jerry Jones, casket sharp, ready to go yet. But at the end of the day, he's impatient. And the impatientness for me, especially we already know when you get up there and you get up in age, you get impatient. But for him to do it, you messed up the whole situation we had with Matt Ryan trying to go get Deshaun Watson. That effed that up.
Right.
Then we had bad quarterback play for 2-3 years, because we had to make it do what it do. And then we get over here, and now you okay, I'm putting these people in place, and you putting pressure on this front office to make something jiggle and shake when you know we was already putting together a team with paperclip and bubble gum.
Yeah,
And we
facts.
was getting something out of it with Matt Ryan. So when I'm looking at it, I'm just like, nah, hold on. They time might not be done legitimately in Atlanta because we didn't get so many people chances after chances to prove themselves. But in the same token, when can we finally take accountability that we have never had a real legit plan for this team from the get-go?
And I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because you talked about identity earlier that we don't really have one. I think this is the perfect time to get one. And the reason why I say that, you have the perfect pieces on defense to build a championship caliber defense. You have a legit now. You have a legit corner. You have 2 legit safeties. All you gotta do is add a legit linebacker in the draft or through free agency or however you choose next year. And there you have it. Championship caliber defense. And how do you control the clock and control the football? By running the football. You had the best running back in the NFL. So this is the best time to figure out what your identity is going to be. And I think defense needs to be that identity. And I've been saying that for God knows how long. Because guess what? We had the best defense in NFL history in 1977. But we couldn't score a single 5 goddamn point.
Yep.
So now this is the chance to finally get it right. Build on defense. Make defense your identity. And score just enough points to win football games.
That years ago.
Go ahead. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Mike Smith era, we had a pretty damn good decent defense.
Yeah, we did.
We had something. But we
had that offense too, though. We had a really you think about it. The 2012 team, you can arguably say that was the best team overall in Atlanta Falcons history. I know we had 2016, went to the Super Bowl, all that stuff. But that 2012
that team wasn't even all that great. People don't realize that. That 2016 team wasn't really all that great. That 2017 team was that better. Team.
Yeah. But 2012 was better than both of those teams. Look at the talent we had on both sides of the football. And really, the only reason we lost that game, other than that foul at the end, John Abraham didn't even play.
Yep.
That's why we lost that game.
We needed that pass rush, and we didn't have it. And I agree with Ev. I do think that even though we was bringing in a new offensive coordinator with Starkeys in, and another thing that was crazy is you trying to have Starkeys and run Kyle Shanahan's playbook. That was something else.
But see, I'm going to go back. I'm telling you, I love me some Uncle Art. I love him. Yep. That was on Arthur putting that pressure on Dan Quinn to try to get back.
No, absolutely.
It's been pressure ever since. That's why I say every time when, like, again, somebody said it in the comments. If Stefanski had the same record as Raheem, what are we doing? What are we doing at this point? Legitimately, what are we doing?
Spinning our
great thing about that is 3 of the rookie head coaches that made the playoffs and one of them won the Super Bowl. They interviewed all 3 of those guys and passed on all of them. Right here.
Don't say that
because they were scared of change.
Look, here go, hold on. Here go mine. You finna third pipe. Don't say that. Don't say that too loud because you finna third pipe. Because you know how many Falcon fans I have seen legitimately come down my timeline saying all of that. But see, again, it's the pressure. I ain't gonna lie. We had one of the best freaking drafts I have ever seen us draft last year.
Agreed.
Literally. Defense literally did what it was supposed to do. We had a player with 10 freaking sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But what do we show for it? And people like, well, it's coaching, baby. It's everything. It starts from the top all the way down to the freaking water boy.
Absolutely.
Everybody
got a role.
Just say it's on coaching. It's everybody. every single one of them. But again, here we are sitting here going through another head coach. It has been 10 years since the Super Bowl. It's been 9 years since we've really been in the playoffs when you really think about it, since 2017. So what are we really sitting over here doing with this team? Because I mean, like I said, I made a post yesterday. I made a post the other day when people said that Atlanta is the place to be. I said, where the championships minus the Braves? What at? Yes, we may have Angel Reese over here at the Dream. You may have Jalen Johnson over here with the Hawks. You may have Ronald Acuna over here with the Braves. But please,
you got to close the deal.
Where we at? Yep. We got talent. Where's the consistency?
Boy, you trying to preach. Boom, what's up, man? He said, appreciate the donation. He said, think about it. The difference between us going back to the Super Bowl the next year in 2017 was a play action roll out, play over 3-step drop.
Yeah.
Point blank period.
We were gonna smack
and a drop interception. But go ahead.
Oh, you talking about the knee interception?
The knee, yeah, the knee.
The knee NT? Yeah, the knee NT. Man, God almighty, Keanu. My thing is, I was still trying to. Okay, I gotta ask y'all. I gotta ask. When he jumped in the air, what made him bring his knees up anyway?
Because he can't catch.
Try to secure the catch. Yeah.
Nope, he can't catch.
Yeah, point blank. Can't catch with his natural hands.
Can we please bring back the natural hand, DBs, please?
It don't exist no more because it's not taught anymore.
Can we find some people to teach it? Because I need my natural hand.
But look, all they got to do, just like the wide receiver, use the damn catching jugs. That's all they got to do.
They don't want to. Man, they don't want to. They too busy trying to rock their chains and look cute over there, baby. Bring back my Revis Island, please.
Oh, them days long gone. Dion, Darryl Green.
Yeah,
I can keep going. DBG said, probably it's the Falcons have always built from outside in instead of inside out. Games are won in the trenches on both sides. We pass a lot of all-pro offensive linemen and defense.
Okay, so hold on. I agree with this, but I disagree with it too. Because
okay, go ahead.
The reason why I say I disagree with it on this side is because yes, we may have passed up a lot of defensive linemen on there, but I just want to say this: what the hell we was gonna do with them? Because at the end of the day, we can build. We seen what we look like when we actually have some competent D linemen and when we have a competent defense. We seen what they look like. And at the end of the day, what can we do with them? We sit over here and we waste talent. We literally waste talent.
If I'm not mistaken, Troy Anderson and Arnold McGary were both drafted in the second round of the same draft.
Yeah.
One of them is gone and the other is injured.
He's a ghost.
Remember, he was the Julio Jones pick, Troy Anderson, and Nick sitting right there.
Yep. Like I said, I mean, it's good to have big name players. It's good. I mean, it would have been good to have a Jalen Carter. You know what I'm saying? It would have been good to have a lot of these other players, like Chris Jones. It would have been good. But at the same token, what they would have did when they would have came over here.
Because about Jalen Johnson, we know about the off-field trouble, and they didn't want that in Atlanta no more. But that's gonna happen because look what just happened. But I love the Bijan pick. I wouldn't change it for the world. But when you have a game-changing defensive lineman like Jalen Carter, you got to take that because running back is one of those positions you can just put anybody back there in the right system, and they'll get 1,000 yards. I'm just saying, but I love the Bijan pick, but hey, it is what it is. But Tony Wright said at the same playoff game, at the goal line, the end, that last pass play should have been to running back Tevin Coleman, who had been killing Philly the entire game, rushing and receiving. Absolutely. So it's been coaching more than anything.
That's what I'm saying. But see, that's what I'm saying. If we get these big name defensive linemen and get these all pro D linemen coming over here, we ain't got no coaching. What we gonna do with them? What we gonna do with it? I mean, we
Just
literally,
sit
like
back
I
and
said,
look at her.
exactly.
Back and
Because
look
when
at her.
I'm
That's all we
when
gonna
I'm
do.
looking at now, I'm looking at JPJ, like, and excuse my language, my dude, my nigga. You had a 10-sack season when you could have won Defensive Rookie of the Year, and you couldn't let no chick go. You couldn't let her go. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. We get these players,
Hey,
either they
it's
gonna
tough.
crash
We all
out
put in
or
that
we not
position.
gonna use
Let's
them
keep it
properly.
real. Let's keep it real. It's tough when we all put in that situation at one point in our life.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this: they've been like
Yeah,
this since
that's another
college.
thing. Big GBG 11. Yeah, we could have had Panay Sewell instead of Kyle Pitts. But go ahead, yeah.
Or
I mean,
Chase.
I
He was right
agree
there.
with that. I agree with that. But JPJ was dealing with that situation since they was in college. The girl came out before this man drafted and said she was single. Honey, you should have left him where he stood.
Yeah, when she said that,
You
that was
knew
it.
better.
You've seen the draft party, how like when he got drafted, like I didn't know about the situation. So when it was like, oh, that's his girlfriend sitting next to him, I said, that's his girl, and she just rubbing his leg. I was like, what girl you know? Man, first of all, I get drafted anywhere. I any achievement, and you rub my leg. Nah, heck nah. So, but now it all makes sense.
Nah, I
She
knew that man
was
sold out
putting
when
on
he-
for the camera.
I mean, but she was putting on for the camera when she said that they weren't together anymore either. At her draft night. She got drafted a few weeks before he got drafted.
Yeah, she did.
But at the end of the day, like I said, I knew that man was threw off when he came over to the Falcons facility the following day after the draft, and that man didn't have on no suit. He had on some tennis shoes and looked like he was ready to fight. That's when I knew that man was thrown off then. And I would definitely have Panay Sewell over Cal Pitts.
You out of control. Oh boy.
I'm just being honest, because that situation pissed me off. Because I ain't gonna lie, both of them need a slap in the back of the neck. You know, I am a female. I don't condone violence. I don't condone it. But both of them need a slap in the neck because somebody should have said no. If he wasn't gonna say no, girl, never mind.
We were all young once, but hey, it is what it is. But to finish it off, man, before we get out of here, Boom said, let's be honest, talent makes life easy for coaches. Can we honestly say that if we did a defensive line swap 2 years ago when Philly won, would they have gotten the same production that year? I think they would have.
They had Philly always had them like them good sneaky teams. If you really paid attention to that NFC East, like they really had some teams.
Jalen just took them over the top, but they still would have.
I mean, Jalen Nolan took him over there when they finally figured out how to use Jordan Davis. Then you got to think they still had like 2 veterans on the line at that time.
Yep.
2, but yeah. So I mean, Philly just I ain't gonna say they got lucky. Philly just grew their talent when it comes down to it because they had good coaching. I don't think that would have happened over here because we complained about our coaches. Every single last one of them.
And one thing that separated them two is they went out to player that had championship pedigree in college. That's what took them over the top.
Yeah, I'm talking about sometimes it do be the pedigree. You gotta have some talent, then you can put the coaching with them to put them in the best predicament to use their strengths. I mean, sometimes of course, health and luck gotta factor in too, and then sometimes boom, there you go.
Right.
Y'all remember number 45? Y'all remember 45 that played on our defense?
I do remember 45.
45. So you remember Dan Quinn basically had him playing out of position, basically. Be honest. That wasn't that middle linebacker was not like his natural position. When we finally got a new coach and got a new defensive coordinator, and he actually put him in his position that he technically was. You know how fast 45. I forgot that man was even on the team at one point.
Wow.
Well, I literally, and y'all seen that switch. That's why I'm saying when us compared to other, like sometimes, yes, everybody's gonna sit over here and talk about bruh man that was with the Cowboys. They got switched over to the Green Bay Packers. Everybody gonna talk about him. That's an anomaly.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I'm talking about Michael Parsons.
Oh,
That's
Michael
an
Parsons. Right.
That's an anomaly, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
You're not gonna
that was one of the dumbest moves I had ever seen. That dude was a franchise changing player. How do you pass on that? I don't give a damn if you an offensive minded coach. I don't give a damn if your owner tell you he wants somebody else. You draft that player anyway.
But that's the thing. Nobody wasn't expecting to use him how the Cowboys used him. But like I said, that was an anomaly. You're not gonna get that anywhere.
The Falcons would have done it. They probably would have done it. And they had the right person there. They would have done it because guess what?
There you go. You said the right question. You said the right thing. They had the right personnel to do it.
But think about it. The coach that was there that started doing that was Dan Quinn, and he was here. And well, he had just left. But
he had just left. But the thing is, he couldn't win here because guess what? You had a sloppy ass GM. You had an owner that was pressuring them to get back to the Super Bowl, so they were trying any and everything to do that to make the owner happy. They weren't sitting down there trying to cock up a good defensive strategy, a good defensive plan to find that. The scouts weren't sitting over here scouting like they were supposed to be scouting.
Agreed.
That's why we end up in situations that we end up, because again, it starts at the top. If we can sit over here and have some type of consistency, some type of plan, a succession plan, if somebody decides to leave or whatever, we don't have it. That's why a lot of times we look at other teams. Well, why can't Detroit do this? Why can't Philly do this? Why can't they do this? Why this? I mean, I ain't even trying to sit over here and say, because until he do right by us and apologize for us for losing that Super Bowl, ain't nothing gonna come good to him. But that's why the San Francisco 49ers stay in the playoffs, stay in competition, stay in the talks, because they know how to sit over here and have a succession plan. I mean, who would have thought a 7th round got there? I mean, we seen Tom Brady, but who would have thought that 7th round draft pick would have sit over here and still be sitting up here playing football?
Sure, I got one. Even
that goes back to the scout department, though. Scout department did that.
But who would have thought that? My thing is they had all those injuries, and who would have thought that they would still been able to still make it to the playoffs and have some success in it, with all those injuries. So just imagine if they were healthy.
Coaching.
Like I said, touchdown.
But again, that goes back to what I said too, and you've been knowing me long enough to know this. I said this. When Dan Quinn lost in the playoffs the year after the Super Bowl, they should have offered the job to Kyle Shanahan for him not to lead the year before. And we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
They didn't want to. That's the problem. That's why I said San Francisco, year in and year out, they have done it. I'm still mad at Philly for getting rid of Andy Reid, because I said y'all set that man up trying to create a super team knowing that wasn't going to work. And y'all messed up and blamed him for it. And now look at his success that he's been having over there at KC. Good. Nobody didn't think Patrick Mahomes would be Patrick Mahomes that we've seen today. But again, scouting department, they sit over here and look at things. Andy knew what he wanted for his team. We do not have that. Once we get there, once we start having that, then we can sit over here and start flexing our muscle and talking our smack and doing everything we want to do. But until that happens, and when Arthur Blank decides get out of the business, you ain't Jerry Jones, baby. That's why the Cowboys sitting over here, because he cursed too. Like I said, the Cowboys ain't gonna win until he over there looking casket shot, legitimately looking casket shot.
Man, that's what the Cowboys I done said that. I done said that 1,000 times.
Because he never going to get out of his own way elsewise.
And Arthur Blank is starting to look just like that. Until you get out of your own way, what we gonna do over here? Keep going, coach after keep going every 2 to 3 years now, probably even 1 to 3 years with another coach, whole new team. What we gonna do?
Yeah.
Something gotta give. That's all I gotta say. Something gotta give. I need some type of consistency. I can't be going out here walking around my Falcon stuff with being embarrassed. I'm too cute for that.
There we go.
For real.
Here we go.
That's how it be.
I am. I'm too cute for that. I don't need nobody sitting over here talking about some 28-3 because I fight.
I ain't messing with you. But yeah, man. Chris, you know what to do, man. Take us on now.
Oh shoot, man. Wonderful show, man. Please, by all means, man, thank y'all for joining us again. For those who was here the first time go around when I was talking about it initially about Caleb McGary. But I told y'all we was gonna be back. I just didn't tell y'all we was gonna have a guest. And of course, you know, she did her thing as always, and that's why we allow her to have the floor, and we love for her to come on and talk Falcons with us and football in general with us. But so Lady E, appreciate you for coming on. Please tell all the people where they can find you if you and I just want to say this too, y'all. When she tell y'all where y'all can find her, just know that message will explode in 60 seconds.
I don't talk back.
Too much Mission Impossible.
But I don't talk back. Y'all know that. I'll be in my own little world, just retweeting.
One thing I do know that like different tell your ass up. I do know that. But go ahead.
I'm just saying. But no, y'all can follow me legitimately at Lady E_ Tell them. I do talk back. I just be playing with them because they already know that. They know I talk back. As long as you talking sports and you ain't talking nonsense, I talk back. But I do have my podcast. Like I said, be on the lookout. We about to make some moves with it. Just be on the lookout. But it's Enters the Lab. We do Thursday. I know with the off season and everything, we've been kind of bouncing back and forth. I know we do something special for the draft night, so I will make sure to keep y'all updated on that to drop the link with that. But other than that, like I said, I do my Falcon Spaces every Tuesday, 7:30, depending on how I feel. Be honest, or sometimes somebody else run it for me if I'm just not feeling listening to people argue all night. So this is how it is with me. But no, I'm a sweet person. I'm nice. I come when they send out the back call, you know.
Check you out. But yeah, man, I'm glad she spoke about that because yeah, we still debating what we're gonna do draft night because I seriously want to do some draft night because I think did we do a show last year? I think we skipped last year.
No, I think I did a show. I think I came on for a little bit last year before I went and did.
Oh yeah, we did because we were talking about James Pierce trade and a lot of people were pissed. So yeah, we did.
I was one. Hi.
Well, I didn't think we were going to go get JPJ. I ain't gonna lie to you, but at the end of the day, at the time you think about it too now. Technically, it still did work. You think about it, because a lot of people said, oh, man, it's a failure now. Well, think about it. It still did work. We did get 10.5 sacks. It's just we only got one season of it so far, and we just got to see where the chip's going to fall with this whole case. Then, after that, the NFL going to have to put their 2-3 cents in and go ahead and give suspensions and fines and whatever the case may be. So, overall, though, man, we just got to live with it.
Seems like it coming back just going to be late.
Yeah, and we got to deal with it because we drafted him.
Raymond Walker, just go ahead because he had 5 sacks last year. So, at least we got some.
Yeah.
We got some. That's all I got. At least we got some. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, domestic violence is not cool. Stalking is not cool. All of that, like I said, I pray for both of them because they're young. Make them do crazy things. Love make you do crazy things, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. So we'll see. We just can never have anything nice. We had a nice shiny new Porsche, that we can take and speed and do all that look good stuff. And now we sitting over here back in the sedan. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show my age, and don't y'all try to guess my age, but I'm gonna show my age.
Man, I'm older. We don't want to talk about age, so we gonna go there. Go ahead.
But now we back in the Mercury Mesquite. That's what we back in right now.
Dang.
Oh, shit, I can take it back way back. I can take it back way farther.
I mean, if you want to talk about a deuce and a quarter, let's talk about a deuce and a quarter then.
No. I'm talking about AMC Rambler. That's what I'm talking about. We done transported all the way back in time.
So
mean,
my first car, and I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
the
lie to you, my
Delta
first
88.
car, a Delta 88. Okay, hold on. I got something better than that Delta 88. You wanna know what I got? You know what I got?
What you got?
What you got?
A 92 Geo Metro. I was whipping the hell out that.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
I called it put because I was too embarrassed to put gas in it until it ran out. I used to hide my car, y'all. I ain't lying. I used to hide my car.
I'm gonna put that thing in the corner. Ain't nobody
I
finna
used
see.
to hide it because the key wouldn't come out the ignition.
Oh.
Yes, the key was stuck in the ignition, so I had to hide it because I couldn't take the key out.
I ain't messing with you.
Dang. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Shoot. Delta 88, man, that thing was crazy. I could never let that thing get down to like a quarter to empty because the hand would fluctuate. And if that thing hit E, that thing cutting off.
Hell no. Y'all out of control.
Hey, we had to make it do what it do. Because
man,
like kids running around in some Teslas, you know what I'm saying? So I had to roll
Oh
around.
shit, you ain't gotta tell me. My first car, very first car I bought was a 67, and I didn't know it was a classic at the time. I didn't know to years a 67 Chevy 2 with photo. That was my first ever classic car. And I missed the hell out of it to this day.
Oh man, I miss my
I do.
2-door.
I miss my Honda Civic. I miss
Oh shit, man! I don't Civic some damn reliable cars. Cause my mom had a '96, and I drove that thing from here to County faithfully 80 miles an hour.
I had me a 2005. It was a Honda Civic. Only had 7,000 miles on it. I put some Pirelli tires on there with some rims, baby. It was lit.
Couldn't tell.
Yes, I put $3,000 tires on my car. I sure did.
Hey,
I ain't messing with you. I ain't messing with you. I swear I ain't.
Wait, I did, man. You don't understand. I was whipping and rolling it. I was still back then. Then I had.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Look,
I know.
Had a wraparound 10 on there. So look, hey, we was gigging until I wrecked that bad boy.
Real quick. When you get a car, is tint mandatory or no?
Yes,
depend on the neighborhood you live in.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't care where I stay. Tint is mandatory for me. Bye.
You know what? We're gonna end the show on that one. Boom. I need you to follow me. I need you to follow me because I need to know this story of how you get the Dodge Dart repo. I want you to put your follow me so we can have this conversation.
Bruh, for real.
Follow me. I need to know this story because if y'all don't
I ain't messing with y'all.
Dodge Dart was only like $2,000. What going on? We gotta talk.
Rico while I was at the Falcons game. I'm just like, bro, that hurt.
They followed you, buddy.
Oh yeah, they followed that track on that car.
Yeah.
They wrote through the parking lot.
They followed the house. They said the son. Hey, I bet.
Hold on. Hey, wait. All he needed to do was go down there off of Old Net, and they would have took the track out of the car for you, my boy.
They would have took the track off though. They would have took the track off. Them folks said
he said he got a dually now, so
do that Falcon game. Go on in there. I got something.
Just graduated college, so I get that part. Trust me, I get that part. Cause boy, when you get out of college, finish playing them loans and shit, you got to piece it together to that loan get paid off. So
he should have hit me up. I knew somebody that could have helped took that track out there.
He didn't know you did.
And switch the VIN number on that car for you, baby. You could have kept that car.
You got to control. Nah, you can't switch it out when they got that damn track on there. No. That's why they start.
Sure, but my thing is, you gotta think about it. This back in 2016. They didn't have all that extra bells and whistles.
Yes, they did. They still had trackers. I just had one on my truck.
No, they had the trackers, but they don't have the bells and whistles like now.
No, not the bells and whistles now.
It was easy to take the trackers off the car. Very easy. I'm letting my east side show out. All right, y'all.
we gonna roll on that, man, because we can talk about this all night, man. But we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. And again, man, stay tuned for latest news with the Falcons between me, A1 Forever, and Eb. Check out on Twitter. Check me out right here on the Sports Machine, and Twitter at FatBoySlim_21. Because that's what we always doing over there, blowing it up. Eb know more and better than anybody. But look, we're gonna roll on out of here, man, and we'll catch y'all on the live stream. I'm pretty sure. And like Chris said, you just never know who's gonna stop through. But we're gonna holler at y'all later, man. Peace.
Peace.